It's always special to share dressing room with such a legend who has scored like plenty of runs for the Indian team. It was like dream come true moment for me. I was waiting for the match like against CSK that I got a chance to meet like MS Dhoni, the legend of the game. He was so humble. My time will come and definitely will come. So I'll wait for the time. Till the time will come. I like keep pushing myself. Funniest of all, of course, Yuzi bhai.
Hi Dhruv, good afternoon. How are
Hi,
you?
good afternoon. How are you?
Yeah, I am also good. Nice to have you here.
Thank you,
So,
thank you.
Dhruv, I will shoot my first question.
Okay.
How was it playing under the guidance of Rahul Dravid? I'm very keen to know that.
It's always special to share dressing room with such a legend who has scored like plenty of runs for the Indian team. So it was like a touchwood moment for me. Like when I saw him for the first time, it was like dream come true moment for me. Like I always watched him while playing like for India for IPL. So like it was like dream come true moment for me. Like and and I always admire him as a gentleman of the game. So it was like truly inspiring.
So you are a wicketkeeper batsman, right? And
Yeah.
Rahul Dravid also had donned those wicket-keeping gloves once in his career.
Mhm.
So, what was key inputs did you get from him during that World Cup tenure 2 years back?
So about wicket keeping or batting?
Yeah, about wicket-keeping specifically.
Sorry, I never asked about wicket keeping to him. Like, I always asked about like batting temperament, how to like show up on the wicket, how to spend some time on the wicket, like how to read the bowler, how to read the length. Like, that's it.
Okay, so I
Yeah,
read it somewhere that you highly admire MS Dhoni, right?
yeah, always,
And
always.
I also checked out your Instagram profile, and you had a moment when you got clicked with him and got
Yeah.
an autographed jersey. So tell
Okay.
us about that. How was the feeling? I mean, you also met with Virat Kohli after one of the IPL games this year. So, going out there in the IPL and meeting all these legends of the game, how is it? I mean, how inspiring it is for a cricketer like you?
So let me tell you a story. Like the tournament had started, the IPL has started. I was waiting for the match like against CSK that I got a chance to meet like MS Dhoni, the legend of the game. So like I was like just watching him like what a kind of personality he is. Like when he enters the ground, like everyone like shouting, like like something is like a goosebump moment. Like I can't describe in words. So after the game, I decided to like have a word with him or like have an autograph with him. So I don't know, like I took 5 or like 10 minutes. I was took a pause, like I was just watching him so
A total
closely, like
fanboy moment.
yeah, exactly, exactly. So he asked me about like he or like like batting and all. Like he was so humble. Like he never like made me feel that I'm meeting him for the first time. So I asked him about like batting, wicket keeping, and he looks like normal, like just play the ball and that's it. Like so simple. It was so like fun.
Great, great, great. So
Yeah.
IPL gave you a chance to meet a great player like MS Dhoni. So tell us about your experience being with the Rajasthan Royals. I mean, making it to the finals this year, right after the inaugural season, it was a huge, achievement for the team. And since you have experienced all of these from close quarters, so uh, being a youngster, how exciting and how challenging was it?
It was so good. Like we had a like good bunch of players, like especially our spinners, Ashwin, Yuzibai, and orange cap holder Josh Butler. Like he was in like incredible form. So it was like so like dream come true moment. Like like sharing dressing room with Josh Butler, Sanju Bhai, Ashwin Bhai. Like there's always a cushion to learn something like every day. So I always ask like legends of the game, like how do you read the game? Like when I was benched in the first match, I was like I was like goosebumps. Like I was just watching the crowd shouting, and I was feeling the pressure while sitting on the bench. Like I was like thinking about the players who is playing, like what they feel. So they just like tell me like simple, just play the ball or like be at the present, control the controller, and that's it. So it was so inspiring that I learned this. Like,
So you got, bought by the Rajasthan Royals earlier this year, and
mhm,
this team also had a connection with Rahul Dravid, right?
mhm,
He also captained this team.
exactly.
And before getting into the team, I think you might have known that there are already big wicketkeeper batters like Sanju Samson himself and Jaws Butler himself. And there is a lot to learn from these guys, you know. So, and at the same time, when such big players are there already in the team,
Mhm.
there's somewhere or the other there is less chances of getting a game. So
Yeah,
was that something? Was that somewhere in your mind कि मुझे थोड़ा मतलब games कम खेलने को मिलेंगे or like that?
I never had this in my mind. Like I was like Rajasthan gave me opportunity. I don't think about irrespective things like I can't control. I control like I play well, I score runs, and that's it. It's a privilege that I got a chance to share a dressing room with like legends of the game like Jaws Butler. The way he batted this season was incredible.
Exactly.
So that was in my mind. That nothing in my mind that I should get a chance or not. Nothing like that. My time will come and definitely will come. So I'll wait for the time. Till the time will come. I like keep pushing myself. That's it.
Yeah, sure, sure. We also hope the best for you. Acha, speaking about Sanju Samson and Josh Butler, what inputs did you take from them? I mean, if regarding the their wicket keeping styles or their batting style, like you said, Josh Butler was phenomenal this season. So, what
Exactly.
inputs, did you take from those players?
Like nothing. I just watched them very closely in the nets. I like admire how they play the ball. Like I always try like if Josh Butler is like batting, I used to stand behind the nets. I'll just shadow like what I can do, what I can do. I just watching so closely so that I can implement some things from his like footwork and all in my game. So that's it.
That's great. That great to
Yeah.
listen. Okay, Dhruv, I read it somewhere that you come from an army background. Your father has been a Kargil war veteran. So,
True.
coming from an army background family, a family that has an army background,
Yeah.
you never, thought of going pursue that career, or how did your cricketing career took off in such
I
circumstances?
To be honest, I always wanted to join army, like to be an officer, like till sixth or seventh standard. I just wanted to be an NDA. I just want to be a qualified NDA. Like so, I don't know how this happened. Like I always liked playing cricket. I used to play in my gully with my friends, and I was like quite good at it. I'm not bragging, but I was quite like good at it. So like, why not? Let's try. It was just casually like then after 12 years. So I picked up the auction. So it was like I'm glad that I got the opportunity.
Great, great.
Yeah.
So, my next question would be, since you spent a very good time in the RR dressing room, in the Rajasthan Royals
Mm,
dressing room,
yeah.
who are your best buddies from that dressing room?
That's a quite difficult call. I would say Rian Parag,
Okay.
Navdeep Saini. Yeah, that's it. That's
And who is the most, who is the funniest of all?
funniest of all. Of course, Yuzi bhai. Yuzi bhai. Yeah.
Great, great. Acha, Dhruv, you come from Agra, right?
Yeah.
And our Indian bowler Deepak Chahar also hails from Agra.
Yeah. And
So,
Rahul Char as well.
yeah. So,
Yeah.
did you have confronted them or had any conversation in the past, like regarding the game or anything else, or cricketing talks you have with them?
Okay, like I'll tell you, like right now I'm living in Noida for practice. Like
Okay.
earlier 4 5 years, I used to practice in Agra, and there is a academy called Chahar Academy. So, so I always like got a chance to play against them. So I always interacted with Deepak Bhai, Rahul Bhai, always talk about game like. So Deepak Bhai always pushed me like, you have something, you can do it. You have something, you can do it, and just keep pushing yourself. The time will come. So that's how we talk.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah,
So, if we talk about the this year's Ranji season, you
yeah,
started out very well. You scored
yeah,
back-to-back 50s in the starting game. Then you went to the IPL.
yeah.
But somewhere down the line, I mean, after the IPL ended and when you enter the knockouts, that knock didn't come from your bat, right?
Exactly.
So, could you like to, I mean, throw light on that?
To be honest, I think I was not ready. Like I came from white ball. I could have adjusted well in the red ball, but I didn't. Like it was a lesson for me. It's experience. So I have to work on it, and I'll work on it. Definitely, I'll come back stronger next year.
Dhruv, my next question is like considering yourself and also your under-19 captain,
Mm-hmm.
who also comes from UP, Priyam
Mm-hmm.
Garg, and
Yeah.
this year also Kanma also played a few games for Lucknow. So
Mm.
and many good players, I mean many senior players are already there in the Indian team like Kuldeep Yadav and Bhuvneshwar Kumar. So how
Mm.
inspiring to see those people, I mean, getting into the Indian team, or how their success inspire you guys. And obviously, given the IPL provides you a good platform.
Like success. Like success always inspires people. Like I shared a dressing room with Kuldeep Bhai. If they can do it, I can also do it. So that's a mentality I carry. So I always take one day at a time because I know this is the day. This gonna be a day. This might can change my life. Like I always push myself. Always talk to myself that if they can do it, I can also do it. So yeah.
Great. And Dhruv, this will be my final question. Like every budding cricketer, I mean, not only the budding cricketers, like there is a point in every Indian's life that he thinks of representing India somewhere, or I mean,
Exactly.
someday down the line. Right. So, what are your aspirations and expectations to play for the country?
For me,
Yeah, I'm
for
speaking about
me,
particular for you.
a particular like my goals and ambitions, like what
Yeah,
I
yeah,
have
yeah.
to, what I
Exactly.
see myself like. So as I told you, I never think about so far. Like I have this in my mind. Like, I have to play for India at least. I always said that like I want to play for India at least for 100 ODIs and all. So I always have faith in myself that I can do it. Like, but for that I have to do something great in present. I have to score lots of runs. Like if someone is scoring 100, I have to score 200. Like I have to like be someone who is like another from like others. So this is the type of mentality like which keeps me pushing. So one day at a time. Let's see how it goes.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dhruv, for your time. It was very nice talking to you.
Thank you so much. Cheers.